Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay, sounds good.
Have fun, everybody.
Good morning and welcome to the Treasure Box. This is our Saturday morning power flow out here on the porch. And you can't really see it, but you can see Lake Drive there. And it's just a lovely little spot. So I invite you to come down on Saturday mornings and sweat a little, build up some body heat, and do something good for yourselves. So this week we are focusing on the qualities of the feminine in all of us, which is really acknowledging the part inside of us that connects with others and nurtures others, and kind of does what women do. We hold things together. And so I want to use this practice to acknowledge you as women, acknowledge that there's a feminine aspect to all of us, whether we are men or women. And many of us are in roles in life where we are taking care of other people, animals. You might hear Gary's dog, River, letting me know he wants to visit with me. Puppies are fun. So we are focusing the practice on those things today. And I, invite you to turn inside and embrace who you are in that experience. Embrace that part of you that is so thoughtful and caring for other people. And take this moment in time to give a little back to yourself. Join me at the mat. So when we sit down to begin our meditation, I invite you to sit on a bolster, a pillow, a block, something that will raise up your hips. Make it so that your hips are a little bit higher than your knees. This really helps you to initially open up the inner creases of your hips. It allows you to lift up your heart center and really move into a form of really beneficial and healthy posture, drawing down your shoulders, allowing your shoulder blades to draw together close to your spine. Place your hands on top of your thighs. You can have them placed down in a gesture of grounding. You can have them palms up in a gesture of receiving. You can have one up, one down, so that you are both receiving and grounding at the same time. When we sit like this, we allow the open flow of energy up and down the body to stimulate each of our chakras, our energy centers, allowing the pranayama to move through us and move out of us. Inhale through your nose and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. As you are inhaling and exhaling, I invite you to contemplate, what is your role in this world? What are the roles that you fill? What do those roles demand of you? What is it that motivates you in those roles? What are your underlying core values? What do you believe most strongly in? What experience are you creating for yourself and for others. In those roles, do you find maybe you give so much that you just tire yourself out? Do you take the time to give back to yourself, to nurture yourself, to center yourself and ground yourself? Let's take a collective breath together. And fully exhale, drawing down the shoulders, lifting up the heart center. Inhale our hands out and up. And exhale them out and down. Inhale them out and up, scooping up air and energy with you. And exhale, draw that energy back down as you lift up the crown of your head. Inhale, bring your hands out and up again. Exhale, curl to the left in the seated Ardha Chandrasana, and inhale, rise up and curl to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, curl to the left. Inhale, rise up and curl to the right. Let's take another inhale, rise up. Exhale, curl to the left. Inhale, rise up and curl to the right. Just a little bit of movement to start to warm up our spine and open up our side waist. I'm going to move my bolster aside. And we're going to start this morning actually with moon salutations. I realize we're standing out here in ever so sunny Southern California. And it is a beautiful spring morning here in the mountains. It is a little on the chilly side, but right here on the porch, I'm not being affected by the wind. And the sky is a brilliant, brilliant blue. I hope later that I can make some time to go take a walk in this beautiful weather today. So, standing in Tadasana, bring your hands up and overhead. Reaching your hands at the top, touching one another. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, curl to the left. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, open up into goddess pose. In goddess pose, lifting up your heart center, drawing your shoulders down, shoulders stacked over your hips. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, inhale, rise up into star. And then on your exhale, tip down into triangle pose. Inhale. And then on your exhale, reach forward and drop down into a lunge. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, move into Skandasana on your right side. Exhale, moving into Malasana pose in the center of your mat. And then on your exhale, moving into Skandasana on the right side. Turning into your lunge. And then rising up into triangle pose on the right side. And then exhale, rise up into star. Exhale into goddess. And then bring your right foot over to join your left foot as we rise up into Tadasana, hands clasped at the top. And exhale, curl to the right in Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle your hands down and bring them to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down and then inhale them out and up. Exhale, curl to the right. Inhale, rise up and exhale, open up into goddess pose. Take a beautiful inhale. Exhale, rise up into star. Inhale. And then exhale, drop down into triangle pose. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale. Taking, turning into a lunge here. Sorry about that. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Moving into Skandasana. And then exhale. Moving into Malasana. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, move into Skandasana with your right leg extended. Exhale, turn into a lunge with your left foot in front towards the back of your mat. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, moving into triangle pose on your left side. And then exhale, rising up into star. Exhale into goddess. And then inhale, left foot to join the right as we bring our hands overhead. And exhale, curl to the left. In Ardha Chandrasana, rise up. Exhale, bring your hands back down and bring them to heart center. We're going to do that a couple of more times. So just like we usually do, about 3 sun salutations to begin. Today we are doing moon salutations. Take a nice inhale. Exhale the hands down and then inhale our hands out and up. Exhale, curl to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open up into goddess pose. Inhale, rise up into star. Exhale, drop down into triangle pose. Take an inhale, and then on your exhale, move into that lunge. Exhale, and then inhale, exhale, move into Skandasana. Inhale, move into Malasana. And then exhale, moving into Skandasana on the other side. Exhale, moving into that lunge. Inhale, moving into triangle. Exhale, rise up. Sorry, I'm losing my balance a little bit. Into star. Exhale, drop into goddess. Inhale, left foot to join, or right foot to join the left as we rise up into Ardha Chandrasana and curl to the right on your exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down and bring them to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down and then inhale them up. Exhale, curl to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open up into goddess. Inhale, rise up into star. Exhale, drop to the right in triangle. Inhale, and then exhale, move into lunge. And then on your inhale, move into Skandasana. On your exhale, move into Malasana. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, move into Skandasana with your right leg extended. Exhale, turn to your left and go into your lunge. Inhale, move into triangle. And exhale, rise up into star. Exhale, drop into goddess pose. And then on your inhale, left foot to join the right, bring your hands overhead. Exhale, curl to the left in Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle your hands down and bring them together at heart center. So take notice, we are used to opening up with the power of sun salutations, or sometimes very slowly in sun salutations. You are still opening your body and warming up your body using moon salutations, but it's a completely different experience. And you may notice that it's circular. So what I think I'm going to do is truly make it circular and do this on my mat. So you're going to see me go around the mat as if the mat is the phases of the moon. So I'm going to stand kind of facing out into the forest. Inhale my hands up. Exhale to the left in Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, opening into Goddess. Inhale, rising into Star. Exhaling to the left, dropping into Triangle Pose. Exhale, turning, going into that lunge, and then going into Skandasana. And then I'm going to take my foot back here and go into Malasana. And then I'm going to take my left foot out and go into Skandasana. And then I'm going to shift into lunge on that side. And then move back into Triangle Pose. And then rise up into Star. Exhale down into Goddess Pose. And then move my foot to the right as I bring my hands overhead and curl to the right. Rise up, bring my hands down. So that didn't quite go around in that circle I was hoping for. I'm gonna have to work on that for you guys at home. I know there's a way to do it. I just haven't done it in a while. So now that we've done 3 cycles of the moon salutation, let's do some traditional sun salutations to further open up the front of our hips. So starting at the top of the mat, I'm gonna be a slight angle to y'all. I'm gonna be facing the forest this way. Inhale our hands out and up, and exhale, bring your heart center down as you fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale into a flat spine, exhale down and take our right foot back. Inhale our hands up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, circle the hands down. Take our left foot to join the right. Drop our knees, bring our elbows in, drop chin and chest in inchworm, and then move forward into low cobra. Exhale, moving back through child's pose. Let's rise up into downward facing dog. Take our right foot forward on the exhale and inhale up. Exhale, circle our hands down. Take our left foot forward. Inhale into that flat spine and exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale our hands down, and then inhale our hands out and up, and then exhale, swan dive forward, leading with your heart. Inhale into a flat spine and exhale down and take our left foot back. Inhale, rise up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, circling the hands down. Bring right foot back to join the left. Drop the knees, elbows in, chin and chest to the mat, and then inhale, move forward into low cobra. Exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, left foot moves forward. Inhale, rising up into Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, circle the hands down. Take right foot forward to join the left and inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up and exhale, bring hands to heart center. So now we're going to move that just a little bit faster and pick up our heat and make these more strengthening poses. Inhale, exhale the hands down, inhale our hands out and up, and exhale, swan dive forward, dropping our crown. Inhale into a heart center or to a flat back. Exhale down, take the right foot back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle down. Left foot back to join the right, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog and exhale. Move back into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, take the right foot forward and inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle the hands down, left foot forward to join the right. Inhale into a flat spine and exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale your hands out and up, and exhale, swan dive forward. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your left foot back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle down. Right foot to join left. Lower chaturanga dandasana, and inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, move back into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. And inhale your hands up. Exhale, circle down. Right foot to join the left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. And inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment to connect with your breath. Take a moment to observe your heart rate. Take a moment to embrace the heat that you are internally building. While you're doing all that embracing, I'm going to take off my sweatshirt, because now I am starting to build some of my own heat. So we're going to do one more round at that pace, really building up our internal heat, which is going to be very helpful as we move into poses that demand strength of us. So let's take a nice inhale. Exhale the hands down and inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, dropping your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your right foot back. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, circle down. Move your left foot back. Inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga. And then inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, rise up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, circle the hands down. Left foot forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down and inhale our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, dropping our crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take our left foot back. Inhale our heart center up. Exhale, circle down. Right foot back to join the left. Inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, circle the hands down. Right foot forward to join the left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So now we're going to our next sun salutation, start to build poses onto it. So let's start with chair. Take an inhale. Exhale. Bend your legs. Move your hips back. Fingertips to the floor, lifting up your heart center. Take an inhale. Exhale. Rise up your heart. Rise up your arms. Draw your belly button in as you move your hips back. Lifting up your heart center, but sinking down your hips. Lift up your toes and move your weight into your heels. Sink lower than you think you can. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale and take your right foot back. In Anjaneyasana, rise up. Exhale, circle the hands down to heart center and twist to your right. Flip your right elbow on the outside of your left knee and twist deeply. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Hold this. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Rise up with control. Exhale. Bring your hands to the mat. Drop your right knee and move back into a runner's lunge. Take your fingertips and pull your left foot back slightly. Very lovely. Breathe into that experience. Take a nice inhale. And exhale. Let's keep our knee on the ground and move forward into a nice lunge. Place our hands on top of our knee and just move our hips forward, really opening up that right hip. Very nice. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, lift up your knee, rise your hands up. And then exhale, bring hands down. Left foot back to join the right. Let's hold plank for 5 breaths. As you're holding plank, bring your heart center forward, bring your heels back, lift up your belly button into the back of your spine. Try to widen your collarbones in this experience, creating expansion of the chest. Take another inhale. And then exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Take a beautiful inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise up your right leg as high as you can. And then open up to the right. We haven't done this in a while. Lift up your knee. Draw your heel back towards your hip. Really opening up that front body. Opening up your right side waist. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, straighten out your hips and bring your right foot forward. Inhale, rise up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, circle down. Move your left foot forward. Inhale into flat spine. Exhale down. Take chair and rise up. In chair, remember again, draw the shoulders down, draw the belly button in, move your weight into your heels and move your hips back further than you think you can. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle your hands down and bring them to heart center. Take a beautiful inhale. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, rise up into chair. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your left foot back. Rise up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, circle your hands down, taking them to heart center and twisting to the left. Clipping your left elbow on the outside of your right knee and pressing your hands together as you curl into your twist. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist. Take another inhale. Exhale, rise up. And then exhale, drop your knee. Place your hands down and move in to that runner's stretch. Taking your hands on your right toe, your left hand on your right toe, and just pulling the toes back towards your body to stretch out the back of your left hamstring. You'll feel it most intensely right behind the knee. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, move forward into that lunge, knee still on the ground. Place your hands up and just really focus on opening up that left hip, that left psoas. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, rise up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, circle down, moving into downward facing dog, or I'm sorry, moving into plank, and hold this plank for 3 breaths. One more breath. Exhale, move the heart center forward as you lower chaturanga, and then inhale into upward facing dog, exhaling into downward facing dog. Take a beautiful inhale. And then on your exhale, left foot comes forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle the hands down, right foot to join the left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale, rising up into chair. Hold your chair, drawing your shoulders down, moving your hips back, weight in the heels. Your quads are firing. Take a nice inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle those hands down. Relish in this moment. You have been building some beautiful internal heat and you should be proud of yourself. We're going to go now into a warrior sequence. So take a nice inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale your hands out and up. Exhale. Bring them back to heart center and take your right foot back. As we set up for warrior 1, bring your hands out and up. Bend your left leg deeply, keeping a nice, strong, straight leg behind you. Draw the belly button in, arms back in alignment with your ears. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, opening up in to downward facing dog, creating as deep a bend as you can in that front leg. Inhale, tilt your tailbone down to the ground. Exhale, lifting up the heart and drawing the shoulders down and together. Take another nice inhale. And then on your exhale, let's move back in to peaceful warrior. In peaceful warrior, bend your left leg just as deeply as you did in warrior two. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, let's move into extended side angle. Draw your shoulder down onto your back before you bring it overhead alongside your right ear. Perhaps just look up. Let the sun kiss you. Take an inhale. Continue to tuck your tailbone, tucking your left sits bone under your hip, keeping your hips in alignment with the rest of your body. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Circle your left hand up and rise up. And then bring your hands together. Bring your feet to the top. And as part of our warrior series, we're going to add warrior three today. So take your hands overhead. That's your inhale. Clasp your fingers together and create a little steeple with your finger, your index fingers, drawing your thumbs together in front. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, bring your right foot back and move gracefully into warrior three, creating a beautiful letter T at the top. Draw your hands out, draw your foot out, take a nice inhale, and then exhale with control, rise up. Bring your hands down to heart center. And take just a tad of a breather as we go into the other side. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, left foot back as we go into warrior one. So pick the foot position that works best for you so that your hips can be in alignment with your sternum, so that your heart center can lift up, so that you can draw your belly button in and draw your arm bones back in alignment with your ears. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, opening up in to warrior two. And in warrior two, of course, making sure you have a beautiful deep bend in your front leg. Take an inhale. Exhale. Draw your shoulders together and down as you allow your tailbone to tip towards the mat. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale. Moving into peaceful warrior. Take a beautiful inhale. Exhale, spiral your heart center up. One more inhale. And then exhale, moving into extended side angle. Draw your arm, your shoulder onto your back before you bring your arm overhead alongside your ear. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, be sure to tuck that right sits bone underneath your hip. Take another inhale. Exhale, circle the hand down. Rise up into warrior two. Take a beautiful inhale. And then on your exhale, hands together at the top of your mat, bringing your feet together as we set up for warrior three. Take a nice inhale. Exhale the hands down and then inhale them up. Create your steeple again, but reverse the order of your fingers. Balancing both sides of the brain here at home there, folks. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, start to tilt your arms forward as you bring up your left leg, moving into that letter T in warrior three. Keep your arms alongside your ears. Draw the belly button in. Keep your hips in alignment with one another if you can. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, extend hands and foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle the hands down and bring them to heart center. So that's sometimes called heart attack pose to prevent you from having a heart attack because it really pumps the heart muscle. It's beautiful, just a beautiful, beautiful thing. So now let's go into a triangle sequence. Take an inhale. Exhale the hands down, inhale our hands up. And then exhale, let's take our left foot back as we set up for triangle. So toes are pointed forward, left foot is parallel to the mat behind you, and then start to tip down into your triangle. As you tip into your triangle, really focus on drawing your left shoulder back so that it is stacked over your right shoulder. Focus on tucking your left tailbone underneath your left hip, or your left sits bone, I'm sorry, underneath your left hip. Focus on drawing your right leg back into the hip socket, rotating your knee so that it is facing the ceiling. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, draw the crown of your head long, far away from the outside of your left hip. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. We're going to inhale one more time and exhale. Bend your right leg slightly as we set up for pyramid pose with our right leg in front. Draw our hands forward. Hands are on the floor. Draw the heart center forward. Draw the crown of your head forward. Slightly draw your right hip back so that your hips are in alignment with one another. Take an inhale and exhale. Float down, allowing your body to fold over your right leg. Try to keep your shoulders drawing together on your back, looking at your second toe. Take an inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise up. On your exhale, bring your hands behind you. You can go into fists together, hold your elbows, or my favorite, reverse prayer. Draw the shoulders back and down. And as you do so, lifting up your heart center, perhaps a little curl at the top of your back as you take an arch. Opening up the throat, opening up the heart. Take a nice inhale. And exhale, drop your hands down. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Let's go back into pyramid, hands in front of us as we go down. And then leave our left hand where it is, right hand to the right hip as we twist to the right and revolve triangle. Continue to stack your shoulders on top of one another. Take a nice inhale and exhale, twist a little deeper. One more inhale, exhale, right hand goes to the ground, out to the side a little bit from your right foot, rise up. First, we're looking like we're in warrior three, but then we're gonna take our left hand to our left hip, rotate that hip up, bring our left leg up, keep our left leg strong and straight as we go into balancing half moon pose. Tuck your tailbone down so that you can move your pelvis just slightly forward, which gives you more balance and more alignment. Draw your left shoulder back, lift up your left leg. Continue to breathe, continue to focus on lifting up that left leg. Take a nice inhale, exhale. One more inhale, and then exhale. Bring your left hand down. Take a quick standing split, wrapping your right hand around your right calf. And exhale, bring left foot forward to join the right. Inhale into a flat spine, exhaling down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale. All of that concentrated on our right leg. Notice the difference in how that hip might feel and that hamstring might feel in relation to the other side. Now we're going to go for some balance and do side two. Side two is easier because you've been there before. Show us that it's easier with a smile. Take a nice inhale. Exhale our hands down and bring them up as we bring our hands back, or foot back, into triangle position. Bring our hands out to the sides and then drop into our triangle. Again, remembering when we're in triangle, we're stacking our shoulders on top of each other, pressing our back to imaginary wall behind us, tucking our left sits bone underneath our left hip, and drawing the crown of our head in alignment with our front foot. So creating length in your spine, length in your torso from the tip of the outside of your hip all the way to the crown. Take an inhale and exhale. Really focus on length more than focus on pressing back. The length really is the way to go in this pose. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Left Knee bends slightly as you bring your right foot forward, and then re-straighten the leg as we set up for pyramid. Take an inhale. On your exhale, drawing your shoulders together if you can, as much as you can. Just to focus on the thought of it, because it's an alignment concept, but you may not look different on the outside. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bring that left hip back as you're bringing your heart center forward and down. Inhale. Fully exhale, looking at your second toe. On your inhale, extend your arms out as you rise up. Exhale, bring them down behind you. Fist, hold the forearms. Reverse prayer, whatever you like the best. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lift up your heart center and allow it to curl over your arms or your hands a little bit, opening up the throat, opening up the heart. Take an inhale and exhale, release the hands. Continuing with that theme. Inhale. Exhale, allow the hands to draw down, opening up the chest. Inhale, bring your hands up. And exhale, extend your hands forward as we go down into pyramid pose again. And place our right hand on the floor, left hand at our left hip, and revolve to the left and revolve triangle. Inhale, draw the crown of your head forward. Exhale, curl into this pose. Inhale and exhale. Take another inhale and exhale. Bring your left hand down, bend your left leg as we set up for balancing half moon. Rising up, straightening out the left leg, right hand to the right hip and open up that hip. Draw your right shoulder back, then lift up your right leg, keeping your right leg strong and straight. Now start to tuck your left sits bone underneath your left hip as you move your hips just slightly forward. Bring your arm up. Bring your right leg up. Keep your right leg strong and straight. Take an inhale and exhale. Draw the shoulders together. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down with control. And then rise up. Bring your hands to heart center and bring your right foot forward. Take a beautiful inhale and congratulate yourself. These are tough sequences. Inhale. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Take ourselves back into that plank and lower, and exhaling on chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog and move back into downward facing dog. And let's hold our dog for 5 breaths. There's something we didn't do on the other side. Let's throw it in now. Let's lift up our left leg, open up our left hip, and allow that opening of the left side that we had when we were in the warrior sequence before. Teachers do this all the time. We forget something out of our sequences. Take a nice inhale and then exhale. Bring that back down. Now you have balance. Inhale. Exhale, bring your shoulders back, bring your hips back. Take another inhale. Exhale, focus on drawing the heart center towards your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, create that tuck in your tailbone and draw your belly button in. One more inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, move into child's pose. Reach forward with your hands. In child's pose, focus on that idea again, the qualities of the woman. One of the things that the women do, and the men, it's our feminine aspect again, is we create stability. We create a foundation. We create a loving environment for others, one in which they feel safe and secure, one in which all of their needs are met. Embrace this side of you. Child's pose reminds us about all of those qualities of rooting, and creating a hearth and a home, and of nurturing. Nurture and love yourself in child's pose. If you want to reduce feelings of anxiety or depression, it's helpful to put your forehead on the floor. It's helpful to put your forehead on a block or even your forehead on your hands. Making contact of your forehead with other surfaces really is helpful for those two experiences of depression and anxiety. Let's take another inhale and exhale. Let's rise up, internally rotating our hips. Let's sit down into hero. So for some, this might be too difficult. Feel free to sit on a block at home. It's fine. It's interesting. I can't do reclining hero, and a lot of people can. I'll be in pain for days if I attempt it. So know your body. Do what your body can handle and stay within what your body's needs are. But hero is very good for us. It's good for us to rotate our hips in multiple directions, internally, externally. It's good to have deep bends of the knees. It helps us to avoid injury when we take these poses. Sit up nice and tall. I try to take hero in every single sequence. But I acknowledge that I have to take care of my sacroiliac joints. Like I said, everybody is different. And everybody has things that change in their bodies as they age. And so I'm entering into the crone years, you might say. I should soon be in menopause. And my body is most certainly changing in response to that. And one of the things that I have noticed as I enter into this phase of my life is I generally am more stiff. Even if I have done lots of opening routines like such as we've done today, my joints just don't move the way they used to. And that's okay. That's okay, because yoga teaches us to love our bodies and to be unifying the heart and the soul and the body, the breath with the movement. It's about making yourself feel better. It's not about having showy poses that you can put on Instagram. It's about feeling as good as you can in the body that you have. So let's take another inhale and exhale. Let's rise up, and we're going to take fire log pose, which is also called full pigeon. So in fire log pose, look at that. We did this great transition where our butt never moved from the mat. So in fire log pose, we're going to take our left knee out to the side and make our shin parallel as much as we can with the front of the mat. Then we're going to take our right ankle and cross it over our left knee and try to create some parallel experience again with that top shin. Now you may notice, I don't know if you can see that because of my angle, but you may notice that my right knee isn't descending very well on this side, because that's about your hips. That's what your knees are doing in poses like this. All has to do with how open your hips are. So it does help if you lift up, wiggle out your hips, and then sit back down. That guarantees that both of your sits bones are in equal contact with the floor. You can even move some of your flesh aside if you feel like that will better connect your sits bones to the ground. And then you just sit here and you just allow gravity to do what gravity's going to do by sitting up nice and tall and not trying to force anything. What you see when you look down between your legs is a triangle. And I will be honest with you, when I started this pose many years ago, not only did my knee not reach, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but I couldn't have my legs parallel. So I know that over time, when we are kind to the body and gentle and slow and deliberate and breathing, that over time, we move into the more extended form of poses. I don't want to say the more proper form, because proper simply means that you can still breathe and be in alignment. I was always breathing and in alignment, but now I'm opening more in the pose. Now I'm extending more in it over time. And I urge you to have patience with your body patience with the process, and never try to force anything. And just sit here and breathe. And maybe you can bring your hands together at heart center. And if you have the mobility or you have the extension available, maybe you lean forward a little bit and you really feel both sides opening up. And you say, oh my, oh my. There's a reason it's called fire log pose when you do this, but it is so very good for your hips. Inhale, rise up. Notice how it stayed down after I did that because I changed something in my hip when I leaned forward. So inhale, rise up, and let's switch sides. Do it ever so gently. So right foot on the floor, left ankle on top of the left knee. Keep your feet flexed if you can. Lift up so that your sits bones can be realigned. And here we go. Let's take our hands to heart center. Let's breathe into this experience. Try not to panic when you feel this kind of tension. Remind yourself this is only yoga. And this is only one pose, and this is only one moment in time, and it's not going to last forever. Take an inhale. If you want to join me in going forward, then feel free. I'm going to move my body a little bit forward. Feel further opening of the back of both of my hips. Inhale, rise up. And let's unravel our legs and move into bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana, placing both of the soles of our feet together. It helps if you actually hold onto your ankles and draw your elbows back towards your ribs and lift up your heart center. And then once you've established that alignment, if you want to allow your legs to just kind of fall down, feel free. It helps when you hold the toes in front and continue to lift up the heart center. And then maybe you can actually use a little bit of force to draw them down. You might feel your pelvis move forward just slightly when you do that, but that's okay. That's good. That's a nice hip opener when you do that. Enjoy that. Take a nice inhale and exhale, lifting up the heart center. Let's take one more inhale. And then on your exhale, let's open up our legs and just sit here with our legs extended. Now, everybody is different in how much they can extend their legs. I used to really be much more flexible as a younger person, but this is it for me now. Maybe I can extend a little bit more, but you want to be safe. You want to make sure that both your sits bones are in contact with the floor, and you want to make sure that you can flex your feet and not roll them in. You want to bring them out. And then if you feel it's in you, start to lean forward. Now you can keep your hands on the floor behind you. You do not have to reach your hands forward. In fact, I discourage it because we get so focused on moving our hands forward that we curl our back down. And we don't really focus on the aspect of drawing the torso towards the floor. So just focus on that. Keep your hands where they are. You're going to feel an intense burn of the inside of your thighs already. And it's okay. Just play with your edges a little bit. And when you feel that there's an opening, move forward just a little bit more. Take a beautiful inhale. Exhale, rise up, and then let's bring our feet forward. Bringing them together. Sitting in staff pose, sitting up nice and tall. Draw the shoulders down. Bring your hands out and up. And then exhale, fold forward. Drawing your heart center down as part of that experience. If you can reach your feet, great. And then just keep on moving your heart center forward. Don't overextend your lower spine. Lift up your heart center if you feel like you're pulling too much on your lower back. Inhale, rise up. And let's take Savasana now. So with our hands parallel to the mat, let's make the most of it as we roll down one vertebrae at a time onto the mat. When you arrive at the bottom, perhaps put your shoulders a little bit underneath, drawing them a little bit together on your back. You might find initially that it's a little difficult to just relax your legs down. It helps if you lift up your hips, wiggle them out, allow them to come back down, and then maybe you'll be ready to extend your legs out. Palms facing the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. And inhale and exhale. Scan your body, looking for any places where you are stuck, where you are holding tension. Release it entirely. Let go. And find complete stillness. Allow your belly to be soft. Allow your hands to fully relax. Allow your feet to fully relax. Feel the gravitational pull of the earth on your body, allowing it to settle fully into the mat. Allow this heaviness to remind you to drop your consciousness and allow it too to be heavy, drawing you towards a state of deep relaxation. Continue to breathe in and breathe out. Thinking about the qualities of the feminine in all of us. The aspect of us that allows us to be vulnerable, to be nurturing, to be tender, to be expressive, to tap into the needs of others and to nurture them, to show love, to care for others. And I invite to you that the love that you extend to others, that you also extend it to yourself. Thank you for joining me this morning at the Treasure Box. Please come down. Gary has beautiful Easter displays and he is planning Easter activities next week. You're invited to be, of course, a part of all of that. It will continue to be COVID safe, so please wear a mask. And if you like this video, please join my YouTube channel, Kathleen Coombs Yoga. The light in me honors the light in you. The yogi in me sees the yogi in you. Namaste.